There are quite a lot of videos on YouTube in which a person takes a photograph of themselves every day and then puts them together either as an animation or as a video piece, really. It's quite a well-known one. It's been actually shot quite a bit. I'll see if I can remember the name of it. So the basic format is you get a camera, you hold it up in front of your face, you take a picture from the same spot every day, and then you put them together into a movie. Slightly more refined versions have adjust it so that the eyes are in the same place, exactly the same place in each frame. So you get this really captivating illusion that the person is staying the same because they're looking out at you constantly, and their gaze never moves away from your own gaze. So you have this lovely effect of the eyes staying stationary whilst the scenery around them changes, and there's this sort of gradual shifting or mutation of their face. In one or two of those videos, they've been running for years, you can see the people aging. It seems to be pretty much a young person's sport, this. So there seems to be quite a few people on there who've made videos who are in their early teens or mid-teens, and the bodily changes, facial changes that take place are quite significant between the beginning and the end of those. There's also one or two videos of people who've obviously been through weight training programs or bodybuilding programs or just fitness programs in which you see muscle definition improvement, weight loss happening, something like that, which are also quite interesting. I think it's quite different in a way. The ones on the face are very, very interesting indeed. It's like this urge that we have, I think, to record ourselves, and that particular format is so beautiful, I think. And I've been trying to think of what kind of an image is that? What's being represented there? What general domain of practice would I place those videos into? I mean, clearly they're just made for entertainment, I suppose, or for personal reasons. But they seem to fit, for me at least, into a kind of history of self-portraiture. And I mean self-portraiture in the fine arts, really, I think I'm talking about there, and fine art photography. And in particular to a certain kind of abstraction that takes place within all artworks, but self-portraiture in particular in this one. And here I'm reminded, because I'm using the word abstract, I feel like I need to justify or qualify that. I'm reminded of what the abstract painter Picasso is supposed to have said in relation to a comment that someone made about his own abstractions. As we know, in fact, Picasso's portraits, not self-portraits, but portraits of other people, tend to be quite fragmented. They tend to be appear to be simultaneously looking at the individual from a number of different angles, and those angles themselves, the angles of the person's face, the person's body, are often simplified and reduced to geometrical lines and simple shapes. It was, why do you paint pictures that look so strange, that look so different to what the person really looks like? And Picasso was supposed to have said something like, have you got any pictures on you? Real pictures that looked like the person was supposed to be. And the person who asked the question brought out of his wallet a photograph of his wife. And Picasso looked at it and was supposed to have said something like, well, she's very small, isn't she? And very flat. I think what he was getting at there is that, all portraiture is abstract. All painting is abstract. Or portraiture in this case. And because we're so familiar with photographic portraiture, reduced passport-size photographic portraiture, that we forget that there's an abstraction process taking place. And that abstraction involves the removal of information that we regard as insignificant, and the enhancement of information that we regard as particularly salient. So a small photograph of a person captures very well the geometry of the front of their face, but completely abandons the side view, the back view, the top view, and completely rejects the size of the object, anything about happening within the object, and particularly both abstract and photorealistic portraits don't conserve any sort of time. A photographic portrait, and in many cases an abstract portrait, a classically abstract portrait, throw away any sort of temporal information and capture that split second when the shutter of the camera opens and closes again, or that split second that the paint hits the canvas. The portraits, and I think that's what they are on YouTube, of the passage of time in which people gradually age or just appear in different environments, I think does capture that. It throws a lot of other information away. It throws information away to do with stable context. It throws information away to do with size, depth, other sort of perspectives, what's happening behind them. Usually throws away what's happening in the rest of the body, and obviously throws away what's happening directly in front of them where the camera is. But it does capture something of the dimension of time.